Hey everyone, this is the direct upload. And the Super Bowl's over. The Giants won, which I'm really happy about. But what I want to talk about is about that we're like 9 days away from Valentine's Day. And everybody on Facebook that's single is complaining or crying out loud how they're all single and have nobody special to. Even people complaining they have nobody to go see the movie coming out. and um, well, I'm single too, so I mean, I'll just probably like do what I did last year and clean my house. But something I learned and like people like either or some people are envious about other people's relationships or they have love. And I learned many years ago never to be envious or about another person's relationship. And I learned this lesson from a family friend of ours, from my parents' family friend, where in front of everybody they seemed very in love and they would talk to each other like, "Oh, sweet baby, how you doing? I love you," and kisses and everything like that. But come to find out, behind the scenes, they were both cheating on each other, and they had issues and drama. And I mean, just a saying that goes like, "You never know what goes on between a marriage, not even your own." And it's like, who was I talking to? Oh, my roommate. She was all like amazed that Heidi Klum and what's his name Seal were breaking up, and like a lot of people gave a lot of heat towards Kim Kardashian because the thing only lasted 72 days, and like watching. I mean, obviously before they got married, so you can tell they were not gonna last long. But you never know. You might rush into something. It might just be last forever. Or might last a long time. And so as they say, I remember when my sister got married, everybody was telling her, "Oh, it's hard, always hard, always hard." Like basically, from everyone that was married, that's all they said is hard, it's difficult. And I thought, well, that's discouraging. It's like, what's the point? They didn't say like, "Oh, it's hard, but it's worth it." Even when I remember, like when I started working my second job, people were asking me, "Are you married?" I was just 20 at the time. And I was like, no, like there were like three people, like, well, no, 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 don't get married, and don't have kids. And so it's like, okay, well, it's aren't you happy? I mean, it's like that's what people work for, they strive for, my single people that I know, they're so, and I think it's a fantasy about it. It's like being in love with love, but it's marriage. I see it's more than just about love. It's about commitment. And like somebody said, like they base, I guess, even like regular people, they base their love or the marriage on celebrities, and if that doesn't work out, what hope does it give you? But um, I don't know. It's like you have to enjoy. I think I enjoy being single. I enjoy my alone time, and it's like I've never seen a couple that I see that I say, "Oh, I wish I was them," because they all have issues. Their issues come out. Sometimes they come out in front of you, and it's nothing to be envious about. It's like, okay, well, you in your mind you think, well, that would never happen to me. And for me, like I don't like they say some people are afraid to stay, some people are afraid to run, and I'm afraid to stay. I see bad stuff, like like say with friendships or whatever, and I run. I'm quickly to cut off people. Like, oh, I don't need this in my life. My parents had a turbulent marriage. They're still married, like almost what, 29 years, 20, yeah, I think 29 years. And I, if I was them, I would have divorced so many years ago. And but I feel for them it's more than just about love. It's also a working relationship. You know what I mean? And like you hear about when people get married through arranged marriages, how they last as long as regular marriages where you find your own love, because it's about a commitment. And that's when you hear about the vows. People don't respect the vows, choose sickness and health. And I admire anybody that's married somebody that's disabled or sick or got sick, and they stick with them because they understand it's not just about the good stuff. It's almost like a guarantee. If I get sick, you're gonna take care of me. If you get sick, I'm gonna take care of you, even if I don't love you anymore, even if it gets hard. Not just because, oh, I can't stand the sight of you anymore, or you can't do what you did when we first met. And that's, for me, that makes common sense, which I said common sense don't exist. But you are gonna age, you are gonna get old. Disease, sicknesses is reality as you get older. And so like my sister says about how people just think marriage is almost like dating. They throw it away and easily to go to divorce. And I do believe in if Do not ever stay in a bad relationship. I mean, an abusive relationship. Then again, I also feel like do not stay in a bad relationship if you're not happy. Like I feel my house, nobody's gonna come into or I'm gonna be in my house and have drama. It gets to a point where you can't stand some people because they were only meant to be a season in your life, and then you marry somebody who was seasonal. And it's never gonna work out from there. So it's very complicated. It's very hard. And people that work it out, they work it out. They don't just happily are together. So for you guys being alone on Valentine's Day, you won't be the only one. And it won't be the only day you'll be alone. Like some people are married and have somebody in their lives or, they may present themselves to be happy, but sometimes you can be alone having somebody next to you, that doesn't understand you, doesn't get you, and you really are better off alone. But anyways, this was just a direct upload. Blah, blah.